Okay, I just get back home, and the first thing I see is, check this out. Check this out. I want y'all to see what first-hand fear-mongering sounds like when someone who's supposed to be in authority has no answers and no solutions for the problems that we face. If I've said it once, especially those who've been listening to me for a few years, I've said it 1,000 times. I've told you, this country, this president, the last president, and the president for him, they do not have whatsoever at all in their mind, in their conscience, neither is it on their agenda. And I just said a few videos before I came back in. They do not have it in their agenda to balance this budget or to pay off this debt. Basically, you're getting ready to hear a bunch of rhetoric, and what you're going to hear is a bunch of belly aching, and what you really need to listen to the whole time that he's saying all this, using all this fear mongering, is where's the solution? Is the solution to print more money, or do you have a solution to stop all this deficit all this spending that we have? Let's listen very closely. I only heard about 30 seconds of it. I cut it off, immediately cut this video on, and I'm going to listen to the rest of it with you together. It's about 2 minutes long. Listen to what he said. President Barack Hussein Obama.
These automatic, brutal spending cuts that are poised to happen next Friday. Now, if Congress allows this meat cleaver approach to take place, it will jeopardize our military readiness. It will eviscerate job-creating investments in education and energy and medical research. It won't consider whether we're cutting some bloated program that has outlived its usefulness or a vital service that Americans depend on every single day. It doesn't make those distinctions.
No, let's just tell the truth. He's talking about he's going to cut the military readiness because he's going to say, you know what, if we don't do something about this, then guess what we're going to do? We're going to cut our defense budget. And we cut the defense budget, I mean, some of you ain't going to get paid, military. And then we got these first responders, i.e. so-called police, and then fire department, people work at the fire department, all government jobs. Now, also, keep in mind, when you listen to this, you need to be asking yourself the question, is government supposed to be there to provide solutions to my problems and my own personal life as you go? Now you see the reason why I advocate following what the Bible says, coming out of the system as best as you can, much as you can, getting your own homestead, making your own way, investing in your own land, your own property, and start sustaining yourself. Self-preservation, like I've been preaching for 20-something years. Not only just 20-something years, but living it for 20-something years. Listen real close now, because what he's talking about now, a bunch of jobs going to be lost. And I'm amazed how he always uses the backdrops of people. He uses children whenever it's going to fit his political agenda. Now he's using the service sector jobs as far as the fire department, all this other stuff. Now let me ask you a question. Before I ask any question, let's go on and see what else. See what more of this rhetoric is.
Emergency responders, like the ones who are here today, their ability to help communities respond to and recover from disasters will be degraded. Border Patrol agents will see their hours reduced. FBI agents will be furloughed. Federal prosecutors will have to close cases and let criminals go.
In other words, some of you people ain't going to get paid. We're going to have a chaotic system on our hands right here if we do not continue to keep printing more money out of thin air because we don't have any solutions in the future. Listen closely. Listen. I hear what he's saying, but listen what he's saying. And by the way, it's because of the policies of this country is the reason why we're in the shape we're in today. That's the reason why Pastor Dow has been hollering and screaming for all these many years. I've been hollering and screaming not because I know that the majority of people are going to hear me. As a matter of fact, 99% of the people that actually listen to me will reject. I'm not here for that. I'm here for the 1% that will listen, will consider what I say, is that exercises self-autonomy, independent thinking, and they will do their own independent research to see if what I'm saying is so, and then they'll start implementing, taking actions in their life to get ready. Because I'm telling you, government is too big in this country, way too big in this country. And this thing got to the point now that they're in every aspect of our life now. I'm telling you. And the only reason why he's saying this is because the only option he has is to keep kicking the can down the road, because he ain't got no solutions, and he ain't going to have no solutions.
Air traffic controllers and airport security will see cutbacks, which means more delays at airports across the country.
Well, if there's going to be more delays at the airport, surely they're just going to give the TSA more time to grope, molest, and do everything else to you. Isn't that the truth? And they have diplomatic immunity or impunity to do it to you too, because the laws protect them. Everybody who's ever bellyache, moaned, bawled, squalled, and complained about the injustices of getting felt up and everything else at the TSA, every single one of them been thrown out. There is no justice in this land. And don't take me as being pessimistic. I'm actually being optimistic, because I'm actually telling you the University of the Painful Truth that many people hate to face. And when you hate to face something and you have no solutions, and you just assume, sitting back in your little fairy tale land, and everything is going to get better, and it's continually keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And my next Hallmark punchline is, you deserve exactly what you get, because you did not become proactive. You did not take action because you were too lazy to do something about it. But anyway, back to the belly aching.
Thousands of teachers and educators will be laid off. Tens of thousands of parents will have to scramble to find childcare for their kids.
Let me tell y'all something. Thousands of school teachers are going to be laid off anyway. Anyway, I've been telling you that for years. Everything that he's talking about, it's coming anyway, regardless of they keep printing money or not. It's still coming, because we are in an economic depression. Forget about recession, depression. And it's not showing up right now to you, because you still are able to keep functioning in some measure. But if you pay close attention, your ability for all you, what you call your liberties and your freedoms. Well, I can do what I want to do. I can go what I want to go. Well, how are you doing now? Now the gas is $4 a gallon. Do you still have the same attitude? What are you going to do when the trucks don't come to the stores no more? What are you going to do when all these corporations are cutting cutting jobs? Closing down stores and stuff. And hey, he ain't talking about that. He talking about all these businesses that are closing down stores. I just talked about a few videos ago. What are you going to do when people inevitably going to lose their jobs anyway? All you school teachers and all you people in the service sector that got all this retirement and stuff, that's getting ready to get jacked. It's getting ready to get jacked, because notice the country already borrows from the future. Whenever they, meat cleaver, whenever they can't get to the solutions to what we having right now, whenever you have the Republicans and the Democrats sitting up there playing this dog and pony show as if they hate each other when they're both on the same team. You know what? I need to calm myself. Calm myself very good, because I don't have high blood pressure. But I need to calm myself and stay myself and steady myself so we can get past the rest of this. We're a minute 18 in, and we got a 2 minutes and 4 second video here. Let me proceed on here for a second.
Hundreds of thousands of Americans will lose access to primary care and preventive care, like flu vaccinations and cancer screenings.
Don't nobody want no flu vaccinations in the first place. I just got finished talking to a pharmacist the other day, and he was up there advocating that people get flu shots, get flu shots, get flu shots. And so I asked him, I said, let me ask you a question. And I want to talk to you over here. Let me ask you a question. When's the last time that you got a flu shot? He said, I ain't had a flu shot in over 18 years. Pharmacist in this county I live in. Let's go on.
And already the threat of these cuts has forced the Navy to delay an aircraft carrier that was supposed to deploy to the Persian Gulf.
Well, why is an aircraft carrier deploying to the Persian Gulf anyway? What happened to all these campaign promises of bringing all the troops home? After all, Did we not have Osama bin Laden on our payroll, as well as Saddam Hussein on our payroll, as well as Omar Gaddafi on our payroll? Why don't you just go ahead and tell the American people the truth, the reason why that Gaddafi is dead today? Go on and tell the truth that Gaddafi had envisioned in his mind, just like we have here in this country called the United States of America. He thought about, and he had a vision in his mind about the United States of Africa. You know, he wanted to make Africa one big gigantic state, but what did we do? We killed him. Let's go on.
And as our military leaders have made clear, changes like this, not well thought through, not phased in properly, changes like this affect our ability to respond to threats in unstable parts of the world.
Well, I wonder who's going to help us to respond to the threats and the tyranny that we're suffering at the hands of our government on a daily basis. And then getting up here inspecting all this fear-mongering. See, it's going to work for the uninformed people. It's going to work for the people that all they do is stay glued to CNN, FBI, Fox News, ABC, and all these other news sources. I don't watch them. I don't watch them. But they're going to depend on you. But all of us that are informed, we can read right through the lines, and we hear through the lines. Let's go on.
So these cuts are not smart. They are not fair. They will hurt our economy. They will add hundreds of thousands of Americans to the unemployment rolls. This is not an abstraction. People will lose their jobs.
Now, wait a minute. The cuts are not smart. They're not fair. Why? Because you people can't balance a checkbook? What? Stop all the warring. Pastor Dow has the ultimate solution to balancing the budget. You want to hear it? I have the ultimate solution to all the problems here in America concerning this debt. You know what it is? It's called a jubilee. Forgive the debt. And I guarantee you, with a clean slate, we can start all over and start with prosperity when nobody owes nothing. How about that? Let's do that, since we're such a good, benevolent country and we love our people. I'm proud to be an American. Well, at least I know I'm free. Hey, our country, they will do the right thing. But you know what? They ain't going to do it. You know why? Because then they're going to start cutting into the profits of the real rulers of America, which is called the international bankers. And that's the truth. And that is the truth straightway. Hunker down, get ready, store food, listen to people who are smarter than the people that is in these selected offices that they're trying to convince us that they've been elected into. And that's the truth. Alternative, not mainstream.